What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Bacon from Sunny Bacon Gaming, and today we will be checking out Microsoft Flight Simulator as we're loading in here. We are loading into a airport right next to my house, and that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be flying over where I live at, so you guys can kind of see what I see every day. Now, as you can see, the sun is just now rising. We will be flying in a Cessna 172 sorry, Cessna 172 Skyhawk, and not a Seahawk. We're flying a Skyhawk, and we're going to be just kind of checking out my area where I live at. We're going to kind of fly past my house. We probably won't be able to see it, but we're just going to kind of overall check out what this game looks like. As you can see, we're in a small little airport. This airport is about 10 miles from my house, and this is pretty close to what it looks like. I mean, it's pretty close. I mean, there ain't a whole lot here. It's a really small airport. As I said, it's for mainly small little planes flying in and out of here. So that's what we're flying in, is small little Cessna. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and put some fuel in this plane because, as you can tell, we're only at 50%. Let's get some fuel in here. There we go. Do that before we even get anything started up. And we're just gonna jump right into it. We're gonna start the plane up. It won't take long to start it up. We're going to check ATC for weather. Okay. That's the weather. We're going to go ahead and announce that we're going to taxi. And if you're wondering about this, this is ATC, what we're using. It gives you all the options. We can announce which way we want to take off. We're going to take off, pick which way runway we want to take off on, which is going to be runway 35. We're going to depart to the north. I just have this on a different screen right now. Okay. So it wants us to release the parking brake. That's easy. This ATC does not give us the option for a pushback. So we're just going to have to wing it, and we're going to just go on our own. So we're going to kind of hit the plane up here. Now, as we're taxiing to this runway, I do want to let you guys know I am not a big aviation person. I don't know a whole lot about planes. So all the instrument panels in here, I don't know exactly what all of them do. I'm hoping I can learn that as we play this. This is the very first flight simulator we've ever played. So we're hoping that we can learn some of this stuff. But as of right now, why was that in the middle of the taxiway? That was weird. But as of right now, we don't know them. So I'm going to get a lot of this stuff wrong. I'm not good at taking off. I'm not good at landing. So don't expect perfect landings or takeoffs from me. We're just going to kind of play this game. We're going to check it out, see how pretty it is. And it's not going to be super realistic. If you want a realistic flight experience, I'm sorry, this is not the spot to go. We're going in way too hot. Okay, so there we go. Gonna kind of line up here on the runway. And a little bit of lag. It does do that quite often while on the ground. So we're on the runway now. It wants us announce our takeoff, so we can go ahead and do that, I suppose. It says touch and go. We're not going to do a touch and go, but we're going to go ahead and take off. Hopefully we have a nice smooth takeoff. I've never flown in this plane before, so ought to be interesting. As you can see down there in the first screen on the left, it shows our speed. There we go. We got liftoff. As you can see, we're off the ground. So I'm kind of pull back just a little bit here. Shows your knots on the left and our altitude on the right on that left-hand screen. The right-hand screen is the map. And there we go. We're in the air. So that's that. Kind of look around. I mean, this gives a really realistic view of what it would look like if you were flying around in these planes. I mean, they did a really good job on this game. Gonna fly out here to the west. Like I said, we're gonna head over to about where my house is at. So right here to the left that you see is a really big farm. And I mean, for some of you guys that don't know, I am on a fire department. And this all here underneath of us is in my fire district. For now until we move. So that's a massive farm. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, this is what this area really does look like. The town that we're coming up to right here is the town that I live in. Now, like I said, I do live in town, so you're probably not gonna be able to see my house at all. I can kind of point it out to you with the mouse as we go by. Basically, we got a couple plants here. It's a very small town, so this is why we don't have good internet right here, because it is a super small town. So here we go. Got a little gas station here, co-op. And my house is right down here. So right here is where my house is. Flying over right now. Right there. My house. So that is my house. I mean, like I said, this area is pretty much exactly what this looks like in real life. Like, they did a phenomenal job on this game. And the major highway going through our little bitty town here. I'll fly over my house one more time from the other way. So here's the front view of my house right there. So now that's where I live at. So now you see that. That we're gonna stall it. Try not to do that. We got a little cemetery right here. This is a little cemetery right next to our house. I mean, that's pretty much the area. Like I said, we live in a pretty remote area. It's pretty remote. We're actually gonna fly to my parents' house. This right here is my parents' house. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I just love the fact that we can see all the buildings. I believe that was my parents' house. Kind of hard to tell sometimes from the sky, but that should have been their house. And this also happens to be the house I grew up in. Right down there. Doesn't really look the same. It kind of does. Uh, that barn's no longer there, though. So, like I said, this is the area that I live in. And this is why we don't have good internet in my area. Because it's a very, very remote town. There ain't a whole lot here. I pretty much know this area pretty well. Grew up here. I've been living here for off and on for over 30 years now. So we will hopefully be moving in the next 35 days. From the time of recording this, that'll be about 30 days from the time that you guys actually see the video. So that will mean that we probably won't have very many streams lately. They're coming up in the next month or so, but we're gonna hopefully get some more videos out. I'm hoping we can get more flight sim videos out. If you guys have any suggestions of what you want to see here on flight sim, what you want us to fly over to kind of see what it looks like, let us know. Like, I'm looking for suggestions of what we can fly over. I figured this would be a good starting point to fly over here and see what our little bitty town looked like. So that's what I wanted to do. I think I'm gonna fly over a couple other areas, monuments and stuff like that, to show you guys just kind of what they look like. But if you guys have any suggestions of what you want to see us fly over, whether you want us to fly over your hometown or whatever, let us know in the comments or let us know on Discord, and I'll try to find them, and hopefully we can find what you guys are wanting us to fly best. So we're gonna come around here. I'm actually gonna go ahead and try to land this plane. We just wanted to do a quick little flight, kind of show you guys a little bit what this game looks like. This is the next big town next to us, and it's still not huge. Um, it's still a pretty small town compared to what most people are used to when they're talking about towns. So, I said this town's about 10 miles from us. Not a bad town, but so because this is a railroad track right here below us. This goes into the interstate right here. I like that this game put that much detail into it. It's really cool looking. They did a really, really good job on this game. This is downtown of the town that's near us. But yes, like I said, if you guys want to see us fly over your hometowns or where you live, let us know in the comment section. I will try to make it happen to the best of my ability. This is where we live. Like I said, is a whole bunch of farmland. That's the area I live in. So now you guys kind of know what I see every day. We're about 30,000 feet up. We're going to come in for a final approach on this airport, this same airport we took off on. I had to probably come out a little bit more. I mean, like I said, we can run this in first person too. Wanted to do it in third person just so we'll be able to show you. I mean, this gives you a pretty realistic view of what it would actually look like if you were flying in a plane. I mean, really cool. We'll get into some bigger planes later on and fly some larger planes. We're gonna throttle down some here. I said this is not gonna be a smooth landing, so bear that in mind. We're gonna make it as smooth as we can possibly make it, though. We kind of did a touch and go there. Like I said, not the smoothest of landings, but that's what we're gonna go with on this one. Oh, now we got a taxi off the runway. And probably never considered doing this taxi right there. That was kind of a little U-turn there. But at least, hey, we're at a small airport. Like I said, I mean, this game, they did a really, really good job. I mean, you can even see a car moving over here on the highway that we just flew over a little bit ago. Which, I mean, is really cool. I love what they've done with this game. Looks really, really good. Super glad that they did this with the game where they use actual maps to do it instead of just digitalizing it, making it where we can fly out of every airport in the world basically, which is really, really cool. So, like I said, let us know in the comments if there's something you want to fly over. I'm gonna probably do a flyover in Washington D.C. at some point. Some of you guys have probably never seen that. I'm hoping I can get a flyover Washington D.C. in the near future. And like I said, if there's anything you guys want to see us fly over, let us know in the comment section. But that's gonna do it for this one. I'm gonna just continue to taxi up here to the where we started off at. If you guys enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like in the video. Hit subscribe if you happen to be new to the channel. And until next time, guys, stay crispy.